Hey, good morning, fourth graders. Hope everybody had a good Easter weekend. Hopefully the Easter Bunny showed up for you guys. Today we are doing lesson 8, which is the last lesson in this chapter, chapter 10. Today is problem solving, and what we are going to be looking for in these problems is extra information and missing information. Okay, so it's going to be really important, like we did in the past, to make sure we reread these word problems. Okay, and we're highlighting and circling any important information. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. We are on page 675. It says, on the first day, Gabriella's family traveled 3/10 of a road trip. On the second day, they traveled 27/100ths of the trip. They traveled 4 days. What part of their trip did they travel in the first 2 days? Okay, so what do we know? Okay, after reading this, the key information is how far Gabriella's family traveled in those first 2 days. So, day one, we have 3/10 of the trip. Day two, we have 27/100ths of the trip. Okay, now, like I said earlier, what we're going to be looking for is, was there extra information or is there missing information? Do we have enough information to solve the problem? In this case, we have extra information. That extra information was the fact that her trip, Gabriella's family's trip, was 4 days long. Okay, we're not going to be using 4 days. We're just using day one and day two because the question asks, how far did they travel in the first 2 days? Okay. So, as some of you guys are probably already prepared to do, you're probably ready to skip down all the way to step number 3, the solve part. All right. So, to solve, we're just adding day 1 and day 2, which is 3/10 and 27/100ths. Okay. Now, like in earlier lessons, okay, we know that we can't take tenths and hundredths and add them together. We have to turn our tenths into hundredths. That way we have like fractions. Okay, so the way we did that, we turn 3/10 into 31/100ths. Okay, we add and we are left with 57/100ths. 57/100ths. So we had enough information in this problem to solve the problem. They gave us extra information that we didn't need to use in order to solve the problem, and we found that Gabriella's family traveled 57/100ths of their road trip in those first 2 days. Okay, so that was it. That wasn't too bad. All right, go ahead and turn your pages to 676. All right, we're going to do the next example problem together, but I'm actually just going to sit up and read this one to you because it's a little bit different. Okay, alrighty, let's see here. There we go. Alrighty, it says Charlotte walked 6/10 mile to school. After school, she walked 24/100ths mile to her friend's house. How much time does it take Charlotte to walk to school and to her friend's house? Okay, as you guys can see on page 676, they left all 4 steps wide open for you to go ahead and fill those in. But I'm actually just going to discuss this problem with you so we don't have to go through all that. Okay, what information do we know? Okay, Charlotte walked 6/10 mile to school. She walked 24/100ths mile to her friend's house. Okay, now I'm going to reread the question. It says, how much time does it take Charlotte to walk to school and to her friend's house? Okay, so hopefully after reading that once or twice, you kind of see there's a problem here. Okay, the information that they gave was the distance, miles. What they're asking though is how much time. Okay, we were not given that information in this problem. Okay, so you can skip all the way down to the solve part. All right, and you can just simply write not enough information. Okay, they didn't give us the information we needed to answer this problem. Okay, all right, what I want you guys to do for the rest of this lesson, I want you guys to turn to page 677. You guys are going to do those 3 example problems. Now, I'll tell you right now, you're going to be able to solve all three of those, okay? So it's not going to be like the last problem where there was missing information. You're going to be able to solve all three of the independent practice on page 677. All right, then you guys can go ahead and skip page 678 and you can jump right into the homework. Again, the homework is only 4 questions, so take your time, reread it if you need to. A couple reminders for those of you that are also in my reading class, make sure you guys are checking Google Classroom. There are 3 assignments that are due this Friday, so make sure you turn those in on Google Classroom. Don't just share them with me, okay, through email. Also, if you go onto our Google Math classroom page, I've uploaded the Jeopardy for this chapter 10, okay? So make sure you guys are keeping up with all that. Make sure you guys are also reading your AR books and getting those points. I'm checking those daily. You guys are doing a great job. Have a good Wednesday, all right? See you guys.